Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with another issues-focused video. This is 10 habits that boost your emotional well-being. And this little thing is cute. Let's get right into it.
Hey, Psych2Goers, welcome back to our channel. Supporters like you help us in our goal to spread awareness about mental health and psychology. You help us make psychology and
Oh,
mental health more accessible to everyone.
I
So
didn't
thank you for your
crack.
support.
How do you get the
Now,
relief?
on to the video. At times, we can often forget to give our mental health the attention it deserves. Some of our actions may be too mentally draining, such as holding on to toxic relationships or pushing ourselves too hard with school or work. It can be a
Burnout.
good idea to step back and take a look at our behaviors and habits and ask ourselves the question, do I possess healthy habits or negative ones? I'm sure we all have negative habits, but now it's time to start incorporating some mentally beneficial behaviors into our routines in hopes we can develop a new habit, a good one this time. Here are 10 healthy habits that boost your
Do
emotional
I
well-being.
have many healthy habits?
Number
I'm not
1,
sure.
perfecting your posture.
Oh God.
Did you know that having an upright posture is not only seen as generally more attractive, but has emotionally
Yes.
positive effects as well? According to a study in the Journal of Behavior Therapy and Experimental Psychiatry, upright posture can have a positive effect and reduce fatigue. Are you slouching while you're watching this video?
No.
It's time to sit up straight. The
Ah.
preliminary study's conclusions suggested that adopting an upright posture may increase positive effect, reduce fatigue, and decrease self-focus in people with mild to moderate depression.
My dad used to poke me in the back when I was a kid to get me to sit up straight whenever I was slouching. I have a friend whose parents used to spray them with water to get them to sit up straight. So I guess hydrophobia in place of bad posture is a win. Maybe. Okay.
Learn to acknowledge what you're feeling. While it may seem convenient at the time to go ahead and ignore that sadness or anger inside of you, I mean, according to you, you have work to do. But in the long run, suppressing your emotions can actually do more harm than good. Just because you consciously suppress your emotions does not mean they go away. Instead, they build up. You should instead express emotions such as sadness, anger, or anxiety to someone you trust.
Okay, I've touched on this several times before already, but yeah, I've mentioned in the past that society so often sends us messages for us to suppress our emotions. Women are often told like, "Oh, you're too emotional," and men are told like, "Oh, certain emotions aren't manly. You shouldn't cry in front of other people." And a lot of times, if parents aren't capable of expressing their emotions in a healthy way and they suppress them, their children don't learn good ways to do that either. So it's definitely an issue.
Just imagine what could happen if you don't allow yourself to release an emotion like anger and instead let it build up. Okay, so let's use anger for
Or
an example.
implode.
Anger has been linked to obesity, low self-esteem,
Oh.
migraines, drug and alcohol addiction, depression, sexual performance problems, increased heart attack risk, lower quality
Ooh.
relationships, higher probability of
I think we
abusing
sighed at the same
others
time.
emotionally and physically, or both, higher blood pressure and stroke,
Yikes.
says anger management coach Dr. Schinnerer. Geez, that sounds like one of those over-the-top ads on TV.
With all the
No
side effects?
thanks. It's time to express yourself. In a healthy way, of course. Anger can also lead to insomnia, anxiety, self-esteem issues, and mental or brain fog, to name a few more.
Hmm.
And this is just anger. There are physical and mental problems that can arise from any suppression of emotion, it seems. Because
Wow.
when these emotions build up, they will eventually rise to the surface and likely explode out of you like a volcano. So what are we supposed to do about all of these feelings? Well, anger coach Schinnerer suggests one way to break this cycle, and that begins with mindfulness. One way to do this, he says, is by becoming more aware of when you're angry in the present moment, then looking at the emotion in a non-judgmental and curious way.
Uh,
So instead of beating yourself up, acknowledge how you're feeling and think about ways to cope.
that is definitely good advice. I think too often people are judged for what they're feeling, and when you're allowed to feel how you feel, it's just how you handle it. Not just looking at yourself non-judgmentally, but also helping others through their emotions without being judgmental as well. And I think this specifically also applies to children because sometimes children will lash out because they don't know another way to express that emotion. And it's up to us to come in from a non judgmental way and show them a better way. And I mean, first understand what emotion they're actually going through and then help them in a non judgmental way.
So try taking a break if you're feeling anger in a toxic situation and leave the room. Pretend your favorite pizza dish has just arrived and you need to pause
Mm,
your game. That is the treacherous game of anger. Level 5,
yeah.
volcano eruption of fury. I'm giving visuals here. Remember, this is just anger, but you can do this with all of your emotions. We can't always control what we feel, but we can control what actions we take once we're triggered. Feel your emotion at the moment. Acknowledge it. Express it in a calm way. Then let the emotion flow out of you, like an ocean breeze in the midsummer air. Yep, visuals help release your
Yep.
emotions in a healthy way, a
That is
cathartic
actually
way.
very true. Um, I actually learned a technique from a person who I found out was very, very problematic later. It's like one of those life coach people. Turns out he like after I had learned a lot from watching his videos online. Many years later, I think about a decade later, it came out that he like sexually assaulted a bunch of people. So I'm not going to mention his name to give him like more clout, but certain techniques he has obviously work. Otherwise, he wouldn't have found success as a life coach, and a lot of that has to do with visualization. So it is something that works. Get enough sleep. I get enough sleep. I just don't sleep at the proper
Number
times.
3, get enough sleep. It's time you got your daily Z's, or should I
Zzz.
say nightly Z's. It's time you got your nightly Z's, my fellow Psych2Goers. I know you've been slacking. What time are you watching this video? 10 a.m.,
11:30
2
p.m.
p.m.? Don't say 3 a.m. Don't say 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m., isn't it?
Oh my god. So this is actually a more recent video, and I found that their more recent videos have a lot more personality. Like the people, the voice behind it really gets to show their personality a lot more. And I actually, I mean, it's not as clinical, but I think it's a lot more entertaining.
The truth of it all is sleep is vital to your mental health and emotional well-being. Sleep helps repair and renew all of the cells in our bodies. Every time we lay down on that pillow and go to our blissful dreams,
Who goes face
we
down
wash
in the
away any
pillow?
toxins that can build up throughout our day. With enough sleep, we can have quicker reflexes, more mental clarity, and simply feel better. So if you're watching this way past your bedtime, it's time to sleep after this video.
Yeah.
Number
Okay.
4,
Sure.
exercise regularly.
I
Life can
do
get
now.
hectic and busy, but that doesn't mean we should neglect our health. The benefits of exercise can start to present themselves if we fit in enough regular exercise each month. Our bodies release specific endorphins that relieve stress and boost our mood.
I think the most important thing is consistency. So like don't push yourself too hard any particular day. If it's going to prevent you from exercising the next day, just do enough that you're not sore, that you're not cuz a lot of people, I mean it depends on what you're training for. If you're just doing this for your own personal health and not for like competing in things, that's completely different. But yeah, if you just want to live a healthy life, consistency matters. It's more important that you do a little bit every day, and not just cram it all into one day and don't do it the next 6 days or something. So
When
yeah,
we exercise. So it can be a valuable tool when you're
the
feeling
overhead
anxious or
press.
depressed. I know, it can feel difficult to even get out of bed when we're feeling sad or anxious about our day. But if you can find the will to push yourself, even literally just out of bed, that's a great step forward towards feeling better.
So there's a little saying that I've heard. I think I might have seen it on Reddit first, which is that anything worth doing is worth doing badly, which doesn't make sense at first, but it didn't like the Reddit post said it didn't make sense at first to them, but they later understood it. So, for instance, if you want to go on a 30-minute run every single day, a 30-minute run is worth doing, but maybe one day you really feel like really, really bad and you just don't want to go out and run. But if you can't do it, a 15-minute walk is better than nothing. So, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Like, allow yourself to recognize when your body needs rest and take it a little easier. A 15-minute walk isn't much at all, but it's still better than nothing. So, yeah.
Next is pushing yourself onto that workout bike of yours downstairs or your yoga mat. Number 5, make socialization part of your routine. When we're distracted or busy, we can forget to socialize with the ones we love. Whether we have friends or not, it's best to get out there and practice a bit of socialization. According to the National Institute of Health, social connections might help protect health and lengthen life. Scientists are
That
finding
makes
that our
sense.
links to others can have powerful effects on our health, both emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
So maybe volunteer at an organization you're passionate about. Call up your mom or long lost friend. Join a community with individuals like you. You can even leave a comment below and socialize with fellow Psych2Goers. We're here to
That's
listen,
cute.
whatever you do. It's best to open up and express how you feel to someone, Psych2Goers included.
Yeah, I think socialization is obviously very important just to feel that human connection a little bit. Um, I don't know about YouTube comments. I guess this video and this channel probably has fans that like it's not saying anything controversial, so you really won't get into like toxic comments in on this video. But yeah, YouTube videos are not typically the place to go if you want to have nice social interactions. 6, think before you
Number
act.
6, think before you act. Oh boy, how many
Boy.
of us have jumped up and blurted out the first thing we think of in excitement? Like that time my friend was telling me about
I
the loss
very
of her
rarely do
goldfish
this.
crackers, and I blurted out, "Crackers? The cheesy one?" Just me? Yeah, she didn't have any crackers. I
What?
mean, not the snack at least.
Oh,
Let's not get them confused again. The thing is, we can act before we think.
ouch.
When we first need to calm down
Her
our strong
goldfish.
emotions before taking action. Sometimes before even processing a request or comment, we fill in the blank with what we think someone else means. In my case, I thought she said, "We got some goldfish crackers." But what she really said was, "The funeral preparations for my goldfish crackers has already
Yikes.
begun."
Yikes.
I get. But often people can interpret something said with normalcy as something cruel intended due to our own negative feelings. So it's best to think and process what's really being said before you act. Number 7, be present in the moment.
I think that's connected to, be
This
present in the
behavior
moment.
isn't always the easiest to turn habitual. We can often ruminate on our worries throughout the day. These worries can create anxiety and pile up. Instead, try focusing on one task at a time. If you find yourself struggling, try noticing the physical sensations around you, what you're smelling, tasting, hearing. This will help ground you back to reality.
I think they mentioned something similar. I think they said washing dishes can be therapeutic because if you do it mindfully, you focus on how everything feels, and it really helps you like reduce anxiety, I believe. And so, yeah, being present in the moment, noticing details that you don't typically notice, can be good for your mental
And
health.
calm you down. Number 8, take
Is
a
that
break
SpongeBob,
and practice self-care.
Patrick, and
Congratulations.
Mr. Krabs?
Watching this video is a part of practicing some self-care and relaxation. The calmness of learning habits to boost your emotional well-being. Are you feeling it now? It's important to take a break when life gets too busy or challenging and do something we love. If that's simply watching a few YouTube videos in quiet solitude, go
Watch
right
my
ahead.
videos to
If
relax.
it's taking a relaxing, warm bubble bath, get the water running.
I've
because
never
it's time
had
for
a
some
bath
you time.
before.
If you still feel like your days are too busy, you can simply try taking a moment to do some deep breathing and lower your heart rate. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Number 9, don't make social media a habit.
Hard to do given that I do YouTube for a living. I try not to read too many YouTube comments in any given day just because there's bound to be a lot of negative things around, just due to the nature of what I post. I do read and respond to almost every comment on Patreon because over there, I've never really had a problem. But YouTube, yeah, you get a lot of nasty stuff. Facebook, I don't think has been that big of a problem for me, though I also rarely go on there as well. I'm on Twitter quite a bit right now, but I don't actually post or reply that much. A lot of it's just reading. I get a lot of news from it. Just like I follow a lot of politicians and a lot of political groups there, so I don't. I think I have an Instagram, but I've never used it. So I rarely use it. So I guess that doesn't apply to me so much. I've been on Discord quite a lot, messaging people recently. Apparently, more people use it to like message just day to day than I thought. But yeah. Anyway,
As much as you like mindlessly scrolling and pressing the heart button on your friends' social media posts and posting photos of your food, stop it, you're making me hungry. And posting relatable memes all
the
day.
memes are good.
Well, that one is pretty fun. But
I'm on Reddit
as
a
much
lot.
as you like spending
I'm on
your
Reddit a lot.
undue time on social media, it isn't always great for your mental health. I mean, think about it. You're hunched over and cramped, staring at a little tiny screen.
Posture.
Straight posture, everyone. Straight
Oh.
posture. And not only that, but people often find themselves comparing themselves to photoshopped influencers with unrealistic lives. Plus, too
Yeah, I
much of
don't
one
follow
thing
any
can tend to be
influencers.
bad and unproductive in this case. So it's best to not make social media a habit. Use it sparingly to
Memes and
post and browse memes
Psych2Go.
every now and then. And I
I
suppose
love
with the
memes.
memes, a good laugh never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Old habits die hard. Number 10, eat healthy.
Eat healthy.
I know. I can't help it either sometimes. Sometimes I simply want a snack on, well, don't mention crackers. It's best to move
Crackers.
on.
The fish.
But a healthy
No.
diet not only helps your brain, but your body as well. So take it easy on the snack food for now. And instead, recognize those delicious leafy greens and bright colored fruits will only add to your good mood. You can start by trying to include foods rich in omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids.
Fish oil.
Research has shown that these nutrients restore structural integrity to the brain cells necessary for cognitive function.
Yeah, actually take like because our food, well, I live in the United States, our food is particularly processed, so I take multivitamin just in case. I take vitamin D because I do not get enough sunlight, and I think it's impossible to get enough sunlight just because if you're getting vitamin D from the sunlight, that means you're also getting tanned and sun exposure, which means you're going to get skin cancer eventually. And even if you don't get skin cancer, you get your skin becomes much looser over time. It's whenever you get tan, it's literally just sun damage. So take vitamin D for that. And fish oil is helpful. So yeah, eating healthy is very, very important. But depending on where you live and what type of food you have access to, be prepared to shell out for some multivitamins as well.
And
Also, multivitamins don't replace all the nutrients you get from like healthy foods. So don't just go too far in one direction.
it can boost your mood. These nutrients are commonly found in nuts, flaxseed, and fish. Uh-oh. Did somebody say fish?
Oh, come on.
Do you mean goldfish?
No, stop it.
Speaking of fish, I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Thanks for watching and learning more about mental health and psychology, Psych2Goers. Which habits will
Crackers.
you enact?
Oh no.
And which bad habits are you guilty of? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button and share this video with a friend. Subscribe to Psych2Go and hit the notification bell icon for more content like this. And as always, thanks for watching.
All right, let me think about what other healthy habits I have. I guess the only one I can think of right now at the moment is drink lots of water. Then drop the soda, whatever else you have. Water is really, really good. Hydro homies. All right, guys. This was fun. Like I mentioned before, it feels like they are adding a lot of personality in their recent videos, and the story of crackers is really funny. I think these 10 healthy habits are pretty common sense. I think we've all probably heard them before, but it's always good to be reminded of these things. So yeah, sit up straight, get up and stretch a little once in a while, do some exercise, and drink some water, and leave a like. Really helps with the channel, and I'll see you guys next time with more. Bye, friends.